But yes, look, Black Monday, we watched Gerard Mayo get fired by the Patriots a day ago. Doug Peterson gets fired today by the Jaguars. But maybe the biggest is we find out that the Bears have said, hey, Dallas, we know that maybe you're going forward with Mike McCarthy. Maybe you're not. But we'd like to talk to him about being our head coach.
Sure.
The Bears want Mike McCarthy. All I'm just thinking of is the phone calls coming in. Bernice, who is it? It's the Chicago Bears. Let's see. What'd you tell him last time? I said you were in the bathroom. I'm watching all 22 of the game yesterday against the Commanders. So just tell them that. But they're gonna call back again. Just then tell them I went out to lunch, and then I'm holiday shopping. But the holidays are over. Listen, I'm just not taking the call. Okay, here, you take my cell phone. Dude, I know it doesn't have a button to turn it off. Yes, it does. It's on the top. No, it's got to stay on. So, but just when they call, just let it go to the voicemail, and I'll check it later on.
Just say I'm on set. I'm working on my next monologue for the next episode of Landman, and there are no phones allowed on the set. How hard is this?
My next head coach is going to be the Billy Bob guy because I watch him in the Friday Night Lights, and that was a real story.
He's been successful in many businesses.
That was a real story back in the late 80s. I mean, Steven just told me that he actually was just playing a guy who was a coach, and wasn't actually the coach himself, but looked pretty good as the coach.
He convinced me.
He's gonna, and I can have conversations with him about the roster, about oil, about lots of things, about maybe rebooting the Dallas thing again, and I could be JR, and I don't mean JR Smith. I mean I could be JR Ewing, and I don't mean Patrick Ewing. But I could be I could be in charge of that now, because now I'm a multi-threat. I could be an EGOT guy. I could get the E. I heard the EGOT is a big thing.
Think we can get him an Emmy nomination for next year?
I've already bought it. It's already
maybe a Golden Globe.
It's already on the way. It was too bad I couldn't get nominated this past time, but it's already in for next year.
No, it's good.
They already printed up the trophy. I already got it.
But yeah, the talking to
Nikki Glazer came over to the house and Jerry, here you go. I got it. I got pictures and everything else.
She did a good job.
I'm on my way to EGOT.
Yeah.
Just need a GOT.
A GOT.
You got an EGOT. Just EGOT.
I got a team. And I got a lot of money.
First when I heard the Glazer was coming over, I thought it was the Fox guy, and then found out it wasn't. It actually was a woman. And
so you were going to try to get trained up for some MMA or something?
I thought I was going to. Oh wow, you're the one that has all the scoops all the time. No, I'm a comedian. Oh, okay, that's the other one. That's the guy. Oh, that's the guy whose family owns a soccer team. Got it. I'm all good. All
Jay's pretty funny too. But all of that to say, the request from McCarthy. Like I've long said it here, it's you're kicking tires. I'll really chuckle even harder when they make it the request to talk to Matt Nagy.
Oh,
like your team did.
Just wait. Yeah, I mean, look.
So all of that to say, look, McCarthy was a champion once upon a time. You got 3 double-digit win seasons in a row, and based on what you've trotted through there the last, I don't know, since you realized Lovie Smith couldn't win a game after November 1st or beat a division opponent, you've had nothing but empty suits, one after another. Look, bad coaches, bad decision makers, and in theory, like if anybody worth his weight in salt ain't coming there until you officially fire Ryan Poles and have Kevin Warren going back to being a business guy.
Here's the thing: is that look, while other teams that have openings are bereft of talent and say, "What are we going to do?" The Bears have a lot of good talent, and
you still have to deal with the front office and ownership.
You're going to have to deal with that anywhere you go. I guess some front. You want to go to you want to go to
but not with the
Jacksonville?
same district.
You go anywhere you go. You have owners that you got to deal with. That you're a lunatic. Yes, but I'm not as big a lunatic as that guy.
But that's the bar.
Great. But you're still going to a lunatic.
Sure.
It doesn't matter. It does. It's just saying.
It's all a matter of degrees.
Yes,
we make a lot of decisions in this world about worst options, the least evil option.
Shad Khan is a lunatic. Is he as big a lunatic as Woody Johnson? No. Okay, but where's Woody Johnson of lunatic? I see you're going to get a lunatic. But if you're Mike McCarthy,
noted. We need heads of every owner so we can have a mountain of who's the biggest lunatic.
We'll have the lunatic power rankings. Where am I? Where am I?
And it's all built together like it's the little mountain with the yodeling guy.
I want to be
from The Price is Right.
I want to be at the top, even though it's a lunatic thing. I think lunatic fringe is pretty good. I like that. But
get a heavy metal song written for you that way.
If the Bears want Mike McCarthy and Jerry Jones is hemming and hawing, dude, go. Mike McCarthy has shown that up until this year, his quarterback gets hurt. Yeah, they made the playoffs every year since 2020. They were a 12-win team. He was succeeding in an environment that is completely opposite of what is conducive to success.
No, 100%.
He is thriving in chaos, and the chaos in Dallas is immense, and still he's able to win 12 games, able to coexist with Jerry Jones. If Jerry Jones doesn't want Mike McCarthy, go. If I'm Mike McCarthy, I'm like, great, I want to go. Jerry Jones said today, we don't want a guy who doesn't want to be here. Tomorrow, I would say, I want to go to the Bears. I want to go to the Bears because the Bears really want me now, not just kicking the top. But if the Bears say, no, we'll hire you if you come here, I go if I'm Mike McCarthy. Because you know what? McCarthy's a pretty good coach. It's not his fault Dak sucks in the playoffs because that's really what it comes down to. It's not all of a sudden, we're calling the wrong play. Dak sucks in the playoffs.
Dak was terrible, and your defense no-showed last
year. Every Dallas Cowboy problem the last 5 years has been because Dak has sucked in the playoffs. How else you want to cut it up? Dak sucks in the playoffs. That's what it is. If Dak didn't suck, things would be different. But Dak sucks in the playoffs. And Mike McCarthy can say, hey, not my fault, man. And when he comes in and interviews, I can say, hey, just want to know, we're not going to hold this playoff stuff against you. Yeah, because it's not my fault that Dak sucks. So, yeah, if they want him, go. Because other than that, you're just staying in Dallas where it's another year and you're in the pressure cooker and you're at the whim of Jerry Jones saying, okay, now I'm going to replace you.
Well, but your roster's not getting any better either.
No, you're not in a position to succeed there. You're in a more position to succeed with Chicago. You'll get a mulligan year to try to remake Caleb Williams, get him on a better level. Like, you go where you wanted, where you're not just waiting to be fired. Because that's it. If you stay in Dallas, you are waiting to be fired.
But here's the thing. His contract is up in a week, but you're trying to accelerate the timetable, right? So you can start to talking to him before he's officially a free agent. But all he's got to do is wait it out. The question is, do the Bears have someone else on their list that they're afraid is going to get scooped up, right? Is it a battle between McCarthy versus Vrabel versus Ben Johnson? Again, Ben Johnson, if I'm going there, I want assurances that I've got more say in how this stuff gets constructed. Again, because if Ryan Poles is there as an empty suit being used as a puppet by Warren to be the eventual fall guy when things go wrong next, that's not conducive to success, right? For all the laughing that we've done over Detroit for many, many years, guess what? The last couple of years, they pushed a lot of buttons correctly, and everything seems to be moving in the right place. For last night, if Van Ginkel catches the ball and runs the other way, I would have liked to see that final quarter of action. But guess what? The soul left as soon as that ball hit the turf. It was like Ragnar and 1,000 Vikings going, and that was it. The soul was taken from that squad. But for the Lions, they're in a run here, and you look at the way they've constructed their staff alongside Dan Campbell and what they've done in the executive branch, it's all worked. For Ben Johnson, you got to be looking over Chuck going, boy, I really like Caleb Williams. I like what you have here. Really don't like what you have here. Keenan Allen's slower. DJ Moore, we got to get some of that diva out of him so he goes back to being a little bit of the guy maybe he was at his peak. All of that to say, you at least like some of the component parts where maybe you don't at the rest of the chessboard. Vrabel seems destined for New England. How they did Gerard Mayo. Not that they fired him, but the fact that dude found the memo about being fired. Come on, man. Now.
Vrabel's interviewing with the Jets. All right, well, don't trust. We'll do it right after the game. Don't worry about it. I'll do it right after the game.
We already have it written, and he walks in on it. Yeah, it's like the Dear John letter, man. Come on.
McCarthy's a good coach. He has proven that he is a good coach. There's not the weekly, hey, what the hell is going on move here that you can say with a lot of other coaches in the NFL.
Well, you can still say there's a lot of 2-minute decision-making and clock management things that
you can always do that, but it's not like, hey, Mike Tomlin, what the hell are you doing? Hey, Raheem Morris, what the hell are you doing? Right? There's not a lot of that. There's not a lot of, hey, Jeff Ulbrich, what the hell is that?
Dude, I've started writing the scripts for our meetings on clock management for the coaches' retreat up at Terranea.
It's not Mike McCarthy's fault that Dak Prescott sucks in the playoffs.